Well, we're back here to revisit our 50-to-1 Stihl Ultra. Oof. I started tearing everything down a little bit more than it was, and I said, you know what, I promised y'all I would do a follow-up to this saw. So I've got it plugged in to the MDG1. So here's what we got. This saw's got 106 hours on it, 3,200 starts. Let's take a look at the fuel settings. The high side's leaned out just a little bit, but it's still in the green. Max RPM's there at 14.7. So this thing sings, cuz. And that was at 90 hours of runtime. You know, go back and watch the video. This thing's got some crusty bearings. This is the one that was really hard to pull over. You know, the crankcase was dry as a popcorn fart and all that happy stuff. So I'm going to split this case. We're going to do new bearings, new seals. The cylinder was fine. We're going to buff that out. I use, just for this glazing that's on there, I use some of the gray Scotch-Brite. It's like a super fine, so it actually won't mar. Before we put it all back together, I'll take a couple of minutes. I did want to touch on one thing, though. I had somebody say something about this bar's not the reason, can't blame the oil. You know, look, if the earth is flat, then the earth is flat for you, cuz. This is an 18-inch bar. It has the 325 pitch chain on it. And if we, you know, I'd love to be able to edit like a champ and be able to superimpose. So evidently, it's standard with a 16-inch bar, and it'll last for a long time. The oil shouldn't be blamed. I thought I'd actually address this one. I'm not trying to make you sound like you don't know what you're talking about, but I just went to the Stihl website. So let's look at this tab right here. So here's our professional saw. You know, this is a full magnesium crankcase. It has got every pro feature on it that the top of the line or the larger saws do. So there, choose an option. So if we go over here to what is the manufacturer recommend for this, this is recommended for a 16, 18, and 20-inch bar. So, you know, just, you know, sometimes it only takes a hot second to look something up. But, you know, this is well within the manufacturer's specifications of this unit. So, let's get this ugly pig cleaned up and put back together. All right, just shortly over an hour to get the crankcases hospital clean so we can do a good assembly. All the other parts clean, dried. All the fasteners cleaned up. Again, I took some gray Scotch-Brite. That right there, super fine. I think they make one step finer than that, but that doesn't hurt the finish. It's not like I'm removing anything, just enough to buff the ugly off of it. I tried to get that off and it's all gummed up and cakey. I think once we get to running some decent oil, that'll clear itself up. So let's see how fast I can get this thing put back together. So we're at 307. Every nut, bolt, and screw is off. And this would also be a great time for me to say, hey, if you're one of the 81% that's watching me right now that hasn't subscribed, throw me a subscribe out there, and I will continue to do some fun, entertaining, and creative content. Humpty Dumpty's back together again. aside from a bar and chain. I had a heck of a time trying to get the grommet in for the wiring harness. Anyway, other than that, everything went smooth. There was just one or two things that I had to take apart and put back together. I don't disassemble the 261s a crap ton, but we're just over an hour. So not too terribly bad. Let me finish tidying this up and go out and pull the cord and make sure I didn't break anything. All right, let's go ahead and run a calibration on this. So we're gonna go 30 seconds. I'm gonna grip the trigger and let it find its load range and high limit. I have never seen one take that long in its mid-range to find its load setting. But anyway, I was about to give up, but I'm like, nah, just keep on, keep on, keep on. So let's do some test cutting. When you do a recalibration, part of that, and nobody tells you, is to let it idle. It has to find its idle setting right here. So that's good enough. I can go ahead and rip into this piece of hickory right here and we'll call it good. I think we can call that good. Let's go in and do a little wrap up. All right, it's Miller time. You know, as far as the comments, please, by all means, I want you to leave some comments down there. That's what makes the wheels go around. The more I can keep you engaged, you know, the more reach that we can have, and I can share some information that I find every day. I try not to be biased and just say, here, look, here's what it is. Here's what this guy runs. You know, and I do the good of that too. You know, I mean, you know, the last, I don't know, a couple weeks ago I did a teardown with a 661 and a 395. And, you know, the guy that ran the 395 runs 40, you know, actually he was running 40 to 1 AMSOIL. And dude, man, I mean, he had film strength all over the place inside the crankcase. His saw looked like a champ. You know, it's, you run what you want, you know, but just be aware. It's nice that I got a couple of technicians that have kind of chimed in along the way. I appreciate that. You know, share your personal experiences. You know, I'm not the only one that sees this, I promise. I'm not just cherry picking stuff to make content and to, you know, grab some low hanging fruit. But, you know, occasionally it comes across the bench and I'm like, this is good content right here. So anyway, with that being said, y'all play nice in the comments, and I appreciate everybody and all the support. This is it's been fun, and I enjoy sharing, and we all learned a little something along the way. We've had some old gurus in there, and I'll have to do a little bit more research, but one of the guys talked about a viscosity. I almost sound ignorant if I start talking about it, but anyway, there's something to this, man. There's some good oils out there. Ultra is just not going to do you proud in a chainsaw. We talked about the 4 mixes seem to do a little bit better, but at the end of the day, you want a little bit more film strength. All right, y'all have a great day. Thanks for listening to me yak away, and I'll see y'all on the next one.